I wanted to do a reading on all the conspiracy theories out there. Well, the main one that I've seen a lot, which is kind of that the government, someone's government created this illness. They wish us harm. They want to subvert us, or all these things about martial law and all these other things coming up that's generating a lot of fear. So yeah, so I just wanted to do a reading, even for myself, to know, what we need to know about these conspiracy theories. Should we trust them? Should we let them go? Should we rise above them? Because it seems to be a dominant theme, at least on, places like Facebook. So, okay, future. So, we need to know about the future. Okay, and I asked to tune in to the highest and most ethical and most truthful energies out there. And I ask only to know the truth in this situation and to be helped to see the truth in this situation. So, immediate future. So, it's weird. Immediate future and future. We're asking about conspiracy theories. Okay. And, okay, that one, what does it say? Influences, but let's see. Wow. It's very, very rare to draw 3 future cards. Okay. Okay, so they want us to focus on the future. So, in some sort of way, with conspiracy theories. Okay. What do we need to know about the immediate future? Frick, I keep seeing this over and over again. Off-worlder. So there you go. I don't know if that's what this means, but so immediate future. So let's go to the future, long-term future, I guess. What does this say? Usually placed somewhere to the right of the topic card to keep the future state of the question. Timing 1 to 6 months. So what's this timing? A day to a month. So I wonder if this means something else off-worlder type is gonna come. So future 1 to 6 months. Ah, man, the case is falling out. Wow. Murdered. Whoa. Okay, so anything else? Musician. That one fell out. This one fell out. So let's put that there. I don't know if it's, but the musician card fell under future. What do we need to let go of in the future? Builder. Okay, so let's see. Immediate future. So this is between a day and 6 months. Conspiracy theories. Breathing room. And what do we need to know in the 1 to 6 months? So this card generally is like you're going off grid, but but it's actually reversed, so it's not going off grid. So it's like you're returning home. So, but my guides have always said that we need to start an off-grid movement. I wonder if this means like kind of like delaying that in some sort of way. What to let go of in the future. Yeah. So it makes sense. Kind of selfishness, not doing the right thing, not being ethical in some way. So immediate future, conspiracy theories. So a lot of hiding, a lot of emotions going on, no one really doing a lot. 1 to 6 months. Energies are unfolding together in harmony and balance. And what to let go of. Impulsive. Making a decision based on your emotions rather than your best judgment. So I'm gonna do one line for conspiracy theories in general, because this kind of just shows the future, but it doesn't really show us like, okay, what do we need to know about conspiracy theories in general? Should we trust them? Should we not trust them? You know, what are we supposed to do? Interesting. It's cannibal, but I take that symbolically. Like we're destroying each other in some sort of way, eating each other, feeding off of each other. Yeah, it's probably feeding off of each other. And then working class. What do we need to know about conspiracy theories? Gluttony. Well, nothing here is really indicating that conspiracy theories are true. It's almost showing it's more within us. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need to do with these conspiracy theories? Show resilience. Quarantine. And let's pull a couple of these cards. Martyr. I mean, if conspiracy theories were true, I would be expecting to see a lot of different kind of energy in the cards, like that we were being deceived and a lot of other stuff. So, okay. So let's start with these. So this tells me, like, and I'm just asking about conspiracies in general. Should we believe them? Should we not believe them? There's this idea of cannibalism. It's kind of like we're feeding off of each other in a negative way. I mean, this could indicate that the government is trying to feed off, but it's the whole capitalist system feeds off. It's very kind of cannibalistic. So, so that's the feeling this card gives me. It's just like people feeding off one another in some sort of way, either energetically or consumeristically or otherwise. Now the working class makes sense, which it's mostly the working class that feels affected by these conspiracy theories. Asking what the working class, why working class is coming up. This is gluttony. So, and this goes to a lot of, you know, I actually write a lot on this topic. And the working class at some point, the 99% rather than the 1%, has to realize they're buying all of, you know, if we see this as a pyramid, maybe that's the meaning of this card. We're buying all their stuff, but our own gluttony is driving it. So, and that was over the working class, asking about the working class. So, you know, kind of there's a need to kind of wake up to this cannibalistic energy and how we're feeding into it, how our own labor is contributing to it. Now, with these cards, what you should do about conspiracy theories, be resilient. So again, nothing really saying to take care, endurance, perseverance. So even though conspiracies are out there, just continue to persevere, and then quarantine. So in this, I don't feel like it has to do with the virus. It has to do with the conspiracy theories. But interestingly is that I always believe that life kind of symbolically mirrors energies. It's like a dream. So when you think of a virus is something that a human takes on that's contagious, and it's negative and destructive in some sort of way. It destroys one's health and well-being. And in a way, there's certain ideas floating out there that are viral in a way and that have a negative effect on people's well-being. So, and I'm not saying not to do anything with power, because my guides have said, you know, we do need to kind of decentralize, find ways to decentralize power through, you know, movements like going off grid or, but they haven't said that in the sense that, you know, we're headed for this Handmaid's Tale future. It's more about freedom. We need not to, it's more about purity. It's hard for us to be pure if we're locked in a system where we buy from corporations, energy companies, and all this stuff that don't, or support governments that don't have, you know, the highest, best intentions for the whole, for the world. I mean, I think they're doing their best, but there is some corruption going on. So this card says just, you know, so when it comes to the immediate, you know, fear-mongering of the conspiracy theories, you know, just try to protect yourself from that right now. Quarantine yourself. So martyr, again, a similar theme, taking on other people's problems while ignoring your own. So so it's kind of like get back to basics kind of thing. Stop taking on all this viral energy in the world and kind of get back to yourself and kind of take care of business in some sort of way. When I say self, I don't mean in a selfish way. I mean in a way that you're kind of centered. You're centered and you're more able to be proactive in the world if you want to be. Even if it's tackling, you know, world issues, environment, etc. Recovering. So reflection and meditation are needed in order to become balanced in your life. So this tells me there's something about the conspiracy theories where there's a lack of balance. It's because people are stressed. They're starting to dissemble. They're starting, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I personally do not, as someone who studied revolutions in history, I don't want a revolution because revolutions can result in a reign in terror, and they often just put in power something into the same system that is broken. And really, like, if you have a revolution and you replace power, you still have all the same corporations, companies, you know, it's about, you know, the structure. It's not about the leader. So, yeah, so there's some element where we kind of need to recover in some sort of way. Doesn't mean you don't do anything, but you're balanced about it. So now, interestingly, I got all future. I don't know if that's so that we can see what's coming in the future, so we can see what to avoid with conspiracy theories or whatever. So breathing room. This could mean, like with conspiracy theories and all that, we're going to find we have space. So it could mean that this whole Handmaid's Tale reality isn't going to unfold like people are panicked about. And there's going to be freedom of movement, space, and ease. So the freedom of movement hits me because, a lot of the conspiracy theories are that we're all going to be like locked up and, put in FEMA camps and all that other stuff. So this tells me that there's still going to be some freedom of movement. I'm prisoner, hiding your emotions behind self-imposed walls. So there is some reality to our governmental issues. I take this to mean like the actual prisoner card is that we are stuck in this system. We are stuck in the system that isn't 100% working. We kind of feel trapped. Some of us might be repressing our feelings or not knowing what to say about things, about, Trump or leaders or anti-Trump or pro-Trump or whatever it is. It's kind of imprisoned us in some sort of way. So now, I don't know what if this virus means that this virus is some sort of murder or murdered or, or poison, and, it just means some sort of poison. So, and archetypally, this card can mean kind of we're murdering a part of ourselves. So this is the only card that leads me to, believe something might be going on. But then again, with this card, I don't know what that means. So, but the musician card did fall. So maybe a performer or musician. Something happens to a performer or musician in 1 to 6 months. I don't know. I'm not saying all conspiracy theories aren't true. But the going off grid card, like I said, it's about people rejoining the world. So right now we're all in quarantine, and it's like I think we start rejoining the world in some sort of way. So, yeah, because it's backwards. So again, it brings back the ease of movement, here. So life might start going back to normal in some sort of way. And then love. Energies are folding together in harmony and balance. So in the next 6 months, we're going to see a lot of people kind of focusing on bringing a movement of love and, feeling more of a sense of togetherness, feeling more in harmony and feeling more in balance. So again, like, oh, I like that picture. She's got wings. But again, that gives me this feeling, looking into the future, I don't know we have anything huge to worry about. I mean, this card does concern me, obviously. Okay, let's read on this. What does the murdered card mean? Frustration. Okay, what is it in relation to government? Heroic. Yeah, see, I don't know. Relation to power side of carrying energy that seeks justice and equality. So, and I've even, I'm not a Trump supporter, but even I don't feel like an energy from Trump like he wants to hurt anyone. I feel like he's doing the best he can in the situation for how limited he is and narcissistic, etc. So it looks like the government really will want to help people in the next. So asking what the murdered mean, it might be symbolic. It might be that contemplating what to do with your life without falling through. It could mean like dreams dashed in some sort of way. So, and I'm not saying, or it could mean that people dying from the coronavirus. Musician. So, but to watch for a musician too. Watch for something involving a musician in the future. So, and then moving. So I don't know if there's going to be some sort of people moving or moving people in some sort of way. But again, like with this card, it looks like it's coming from a place of caring. So I know there are conspiracy theories. My boyfriend told me one where people were going to be rounded up and relocated, but I don't know. I don't know if I see that. Yeah, how will people be moving? Taking a leap of faith, knowing that you are guided and protected. Yeah. So this doesn't look like it's going to be like the government wishes us harm and is going to round us up. It's about taking a leap of faith, knowing that we're protected. Okay, so what to let go of in the future? Building. And these are messages I've gotten for a while. It's kind of like societies reach a high point and then they have to kind of fall a bit. You know, it's just how cycles work. And we're so focused on what we can build and construct right now that we don't realize the energy that we're taking, you know, because everything you want to build in life draws on an energy, either in the world or in another way. And if you're building too much, resulting in taking too much from the planet, from resources, from your own energy and other things, things, you know, start to experience depletions in some sort of way. So like with the law of attraction, things work in polarities. The more you go in one direction, the more abundance you try to create, the more depletion you're creating at the same time if it's not in balance. So, and that makes sense because the more effort you put into something, the more resources you're using to make it, the more possessions you have or whatever, you're taking from something living, you're taking from life. And so there's a law of polarities there. The high road. So the high road is reversed here. And it's about loyalty, ethics, and kind of like doing the right thing. So we need to kind of let go of kind of not deciding on doing the right thing. You know, we have to be responsible. We have to start seeing what our choices are, whether we believe in conspiracy theories, where we don't believe in them, with the environment and all these other things. And we have to start seeing the how our choices in the world of form are manifesting. Action is a form of thought that is manifesting. Action has intention beneath it. If you're not looking at those intentions, you're not seeing what they're manifesting and why certain things are manifesting in the world. So we have to kind of get back to basics and start seeing, learning, you know, examining what we're doing and how we can turn our path around so that we're caring about other people. Impulsive. Making a decision based on your emotions rather than using your best judgment. So we're feeling very impulsive right now. And we kind of just want what we want when we want it. And we're emotionally led instead of using our judgment. And the environment and all the problems of the world show us this. We need to kind of, we're so focused on money and all these other things that we forget how to kind of take care of what really matters. Be responsible for what really matters. So is there a conspiracy theory? I don't really know. I would expect in a reading, you know, whether the government created this virus or not, that there would be a lot more cards of deception, warnings not to give our power away, you know, and other energy of that. I'm not saying that there's no corruption in the government. Of course, there's corruption in the government But I think the best way to deal with corruption is environmentally. If you start making more environmental choices, if you start making wiser choices, if you start supporting small businesses instead of supporting the big guy, if you start off-grid movement, if you do all these little things, grow your own garden, etc., you're taking power away from the industries that create the whole infrastructure, and you're also creating a new demand. So when you boycott things, you tell these companies, look, we're not going to buy your product if you're going to do this, this, and this. We're going to go get it something somewhere else. So there's a law of supply and demand. We're creating the demand. Suppliers are supplying it. So we have to be conscious what we really want and what we're going for and what we're really demanding, because these things wouldn't be provided to us if there wasn't a demand. And I know we feel stuck right now, but there's a need for awakening, and there's a need for change, and you can pull your energy out of some of these out of feeling trapped and frightened of what the government's going to do, and think of ways to band together, to form boycotts, to change demand, to change the energy in the world. So the 99% have more power than they are taking responsibility for. And the blame it just doesn't work anymore. You know, it just really isn't appropriate in this day and age. It's time. We've been blaming our governments with conspiracy theories since 2000 and whatever, or early 2000s, or even before that. And it's time to either, figure something else to do, where we're responsible, where we need to take responsibility for our own actions, and how we can collapse some of the demand by demanding something different and using the power of our money and our purchasing power and choices to do it. So that's my reading on conspiracy theories.